Oh, okay.
So let's see here where I have this one there. Got it.
Got it.
Yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to the podcast, or what we should call it, the Awakening Podcast with Alexandra and Eva. So we have been here for just a little bit talking about things, and as usually when we come together, time speed up and we just start talking, and we feel like we just have to press recording right now before we lose the thread we are going to talk about. So we are going to talk about channeling and manifestation today, and I'm Eva, and I have this beautiful, gorgeous, divine being in front of me, Alexandra. Welcome, Alexandra.
Oh, I'm speechless. Thank you so very much. Welcome all beautiful beings of light on planet Earth.
Yes.
Let's do that. Let's
Yeah.
do that. Beings of light. We are beings of light.
We truly are beings of light, multidimensional being. And
Yeah.
that was our topic last time we got together. Multidimensional dreams was actually the topic. As usually, we have a gorgeous topic with good intentions, and we always end up in something else. And what we are going to talk about today is channeling and manifestation, and not necessarily in that order, but what we started now, where we felt that we want to express and share, is also what's happening when we are in this vibrational togetherness with both the spiritual realms and with ourselves, and the effort that we are putting in to receive the energy when we are in this channeling quantumness field, or whatever we should talk about. And it all started with your session with Bashar.
For me,
it didn't start actually, but it was a trigger point right now.
It was yes, you can, yes, absolutely, you can say it, a trigger point, awakening, rapid transformation, quantum leap. It was the 5 minutes, 10 minutes with Bashar. I recommend everyone, yes, to book the session with Daryl Anka. And yes, and it started from this moment, realization that there is more for me to discover, yes, but what was most magnificent, that living in the shadow, yes, we talk about it with Eva, living in the shadow, at least for me, yes, of my own dreams, living in the shadow of my own past, living in the shadow of my own past experiences, yes, and not letting, let's say, the light, yes, the wisdom, myself, right, talks through what I know, yes, was the awakening point, thanks to the Bashar, yes, he's very point out, listen, you are yourself, yes, there is nothing outside of you. So this, even if I didn't want to hear it, I heard it finally, and I stood back and I said, I'm stopping everything, I'm not doing anything, I'm just being myself, and I am discovering myself, yes. In other words, allowing myself to be myself, yes, and it's started new for me.
Because you have been doing this for many years. You have been channeling the Crying Collective, Mother Collective, Lectorians, etc. So it's not that you went and took a session and finally realized you were a channeler. But the funny part is when you said that you had this opportunity to go live with have a session with Bashar through Daryl Ank. You said I was like, oh, this is so exciting. I wonder what's going
to you want to talk about it? Okay.
No, yeah, well, kind of. And then you said, I only have 10 minutes to ask a question. And I was like, what? 10 minutes? you can't possibly ask question in 10 minutes. So I was like, oh, that's nice, Alexandra. And behind the scenes was like, good luck, 10 minutes. I mean, you can't even say hi in 10 minutes. So what are you going to do to ask? Like, and you get stressed when it's minimized into 10 minutes, you get stressed. I get stressed. It's like, how am I going to perform, or how am I going to explain something in 10 minutes? And then you went there and you had this dynamic vibration when you talked about it, when you had a session. And I was quite impressed that you actually got out so many energetic stuff from that 10 minutes conversation that you had, because there was a transformation into something deeper. And as you said, for the first time, you integrated something you already knew, but you saw it with different eyes.
Yeah, that was the return point to myself. As we were talking, whatever Bashar said, right? I felt it like almost embarrassing to ask these questions. Like I felt this connection. I know he knows me. I know he is with me, yes, and it's a part of the collective, and it's in my consciousness that I know this stuff. Yes, apparently I don't teach about it because for many reasons. Yes, I'm talking before the session. Yes, and when he was talking, yes, I knew what he's saying. That's why I felt so stupid about me. Yes, why I'm even asking those questions. Yes, and as you remember, after the channeling, yes, when I closed the laptop, I was like, okay, now I can get drunk, yes, and I can go party. It was my collective consciousness, yes. After the session with Bashar, I can go drunk and I can go party. I don't know why it came to me, yes. Maybe it's the abundance of everything, that we can experience everything. Because I don't drink for like 4 years or 3 years or so, yes. I don't go party because I don't drink, so yeah. It's a very poor explanation, but
yes, it is.
yes, it is. But seriously, guys, everything is possible, right? And this denying who you are, yes, I'm talking about myself, denying who you are. It's not even about the mission. It's not even it. I know that I've been channeling for so many years, yes. But when you're doing something like every day, you're going into the routine.
Yeah.
Right? You're going into the routine, and there's like a black hole, and there is nothingness, which is beautiful, which it means that is the transition, yes. But like it needs to be changed, yes. And where is the change is always here, yes. But here is becoming more here, being more aware, yes, more conscious, more self-realization, more mental stabilization, I would say. And that's what was missing in my life. Yes, I was very much in this multidimensional. I was very much I am here, I am there, and so on. Yes, and Bashar gave me this, baby, seriously, continue what you're doing, and that's what you will receive. Yes, yeah. Right. And that's what, like, oh, okay, I'm taking the break.
And we do need to get those insights, and what's inspired me from hearing you talking when you shared your experience, yeah, when you have had the session, was that it started something, a reflection within myself too. And I think the most humble thing that I feel when you're speaking about this is that many times when we have someone like you, if I'm looking at you, I see this this human being channeling, and when I don't, have the experience by myself to do that, there is so easy to idolize, another person or the knowledge. And when people do that, they are bringing forth an energy that affects the channeler too. And somewhere, if I change the perspective and going in as me as a channeler, when people think that I have the ultimate answer to everything, there are expectations that I cannot live up to. Even if I have a hint of where I want to go with the information or how I receive the information that are coming to me and I share it, doesn't mean that I can explain it with words that someone else can, or I even receive the same information as someone else. And to believe that the information that comes to me, whether someone else is acknowledges or have other opinions about it, is a growth and experience and a trust into the spirit realms. So I do love the concept that we are allowing ourselves, to integrate. Yeah, we are who we are, and we don't have to live up to others' expectations. And that goes for everyone. That goes for the listener, that goes for us, it goes for everyone. You are unique in your own spiritual being. I am unique, you are unique, and everyone who's listening are unique. And we can learn from each other. And it's not wrong to say, I do not understand, I do not have that knowledge, or I haven't. Everyone needs a teacher. That's why there are multidimensional beings.
Yes, Eva, thank you.
Yeah, I no, thank you for giving me that reflection, because that has been on my mind, trying to wrap myself around the information that you have given me. So it's a ripple effecting within the quantumness. And that is also another form of channeling, because we are going to start to talk about channeling.
Channeling is a big chunk of my life. Yes, as you know. I didn't start it as a little child or a little girl. Yes, I started recently, like 2016, 17 was my awakening. But it's the stage of awakening. Yes, as you were saying, for me is at the moment is realization that as a channeler, yes, I don't have to do anything to prove to anyone, yes, that I am a channeler. Yes. I hope it doesn't sound complicated. It's more, it has the correlation with walk in, being walk in, right? I don't have explanation on it. I really don't. Yesterday, Arturianus was giving a beautiful channel about manifestation. I was talking about walk-ins, yes, but it is the correlation who you are, yes. In my case, my case being a channeler, being human, being the walk-in. So it's a lots of take on for me, for myself, right? And there was another layer of the consciousness, my self-consciousness, being in service. Yes, being in service. I have to deliver the message. I don't have to deliver the message. Yes, the message came through, but I don't have to deliver it. I can keep it. I can share it, but it's up to me. Yes, I mean, someone asked recently how you know who you channel, right? And I think
it's a huge topic for me too.
I mean, it's a marvelous question. If it's for me personally, yes, if it's supportive, if it supports your journey, yes.
And I think, sorry.
Yes, and you feel that is, it's not against, right, but it's with, yes, the unconditional love, which we are sharing, yes. That's coming from the, let's say, higher minds, yes. I call it higher minds, yes. The oversoul, the Arcturians in my case, yes. but it's to everyone to discover themselves, right? Where is it coming from? Yes. And another thing, and that I don't know if you want to if you want to touch on it as well, that think think, darlings, what you are sharing in public, is it really helping anyone except you? Okay, is it supporting for the community, right? Which we are very proud to be proud of, light beings community. Is it supporting only you, or is it supporting a group or community which you are evolving with and supposedly supportive, right? That's what I'm learning. It's also the humbleness, right? But being very precise, being very in present. Yeah.
And I do think that being, trying to oh, what did you say? You used the perfect word. Be aware if what you are sharing in public is gaining someone else than yourself. I think that is a pretty nice thing to have in your mind, because when it's only gaining myself, then it's probably my ego or a information just for myself. And if there is something that applies on a broader audience, in communities or whatever, then it's a message that should be shared with everybody else. So I do love that concept. And sometimes it's difficult to navigate between having a private experience and a global experience. And I do know that a lot of magnificent channelers that are experiencing in the physical lives things that are taking place on a global aspect, and to navigate through that can be a bit tricky, because it seems like it has an effect on my own life, and of course it does. So, and that's the beauty. You can't say that it's either black or white. It's these amazing shades of gray and other colors between. So 50 Shades of Grey in Spirituality. Yes, it's Friday.
Let me get my tools, baby.
well, it is, and I also know that is so important, because I can go back when I started, and all I wanted to know from you was, how can you help me navigate what's mine and what's not? And that was I wasn't interested in the message that came through. I only wanted to know where it come from. And these collective messages didn't work out for me. I wanted to know that it was Yeshua, Cryon himself. I wanted to have a physical person. And somewhere on the line, it just dropped into me. There aren't physical persons. There aren't just one. There are energies, and the energies, like so much other things, you need to learn how to recognize the energy by the energy. So the name or who they are from, it's an energetic recognition that you have to learn to handle. So there are obviously techniques on how to use channeling, how to trust, etc. And that's why there are so many teachers out there that are giving the tools to tune into those tools on how to channel, to trust the information that comes, and how to use that. And you are one of those teachers, of course. But yeah, it's definitely. But I'm getting off topic right now. But it is important. It is important to address that. You have to trust somewhere on the line. You have to start trusting information that comes to you, and you do have to have the discernment to actually questioning what kind of information is it. Is it for me? Is it my own ego, or is it a energetic energy you know, someone said some time ago that there aren't, you can't own the language, you can't own the words, because they are already given to us by the creator. So someone else has already thought the thought, spoken the words, and etc. And that is the beauty of quantumness, because every time that we are sharing something with each other, we already have had that in our mind. So when we start talking to each other, it's like, oh my God, we just talked with someone else about it yesterday, or I was thinking about this, and oh my God, you were thinking about it too. So that is the quantumness. Energetically, we are tapping into each other. I'm going to be quiet for a while now. Let that sink in.
I don't know why.
It's time for you to step in.
It's literally, I mean, what Bashar is saying, but mostly what Cryon is saying for so many years with Lee Carroll, and that's what was he was my first teacher, spiritual teacher, Cryon, magnetic master, that everything starts within you.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything starts within you. Yes, and you are the first person, the last person who you greeting in the morning and saying goodbye in the evening, right? So whatever is happening, and we can call ourselves light workers or star beings or light beings, yes, whatever is happening, it is you who decide who you are, yes. And it was the lesson for me with Bashar recently, right? That no matter what, yes, you are yourself, right? I can give you the example. Yes, very, very simple example. Everything goes down on my laptop again, right? So it was Yeshua with me, yes. It was Michael with me, yes. But who was doing the work? I mean, going through this, finding the passwords, yes, getting Facebook back, mails back. It takes hours.
Yeah.
Things which I really, 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 yes, not very kind of, yes, right? That's not my favorite. It's not my favorite, yes,
Yeah.
right? But it happened. It just crashed, and I did it because, right? I had to go through it, and I then exactly, and then I start laughing, yes.
Yeah.
I went for a walk. I clear my mind, just allowing, yes, to see the world in the sparkles again, yes. Get back and do the work.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, okay, thank you, Arcturianus. Right? You see, we live in the spirituality, and that's my experience. So my thinking lately, that we live in the spirituality where everything is possible for us. We have the access to channelings. Yes, I mean, seriously, we can learn for free. Yeah, right. On YouTube, for example, yes, or join the free webinars, or yes. But for some reason, we prefer to go to this rabbit hole. It's a safe place. Yes.
Well, that is a comfort zone. It's like when you are in a friendship or any kind of relationship. You have your security. Even if it's a bad relationship, you have security because you do know what to expect of it. And it's a full security. I'm not saying it's a safe security. I'm saying that the mind is wrapping itself around the relationship as this is what I have. If I change that, things will change, and I don't have that anymore. And the scariness for changing is usually fear-based and is holding us back. So definitely, and that brings me into the feeling of getting inspired, because I do know that the question sometimes comes up, if you are inspired to do something, is that a type of channeling? And I would definitely say yes, it is.
Yes. But it's also about timing. I don't know about you. Have you noticed that you have at this moment, I wonder, yes? And you start doing something, yes? And it's coming in this right specific moment, yes, to do something, yes? And you forget to do
Yeah.
it. It is inspiration. It is the inspiration, yes? It's like the universe, it's like the universe giving you a sign that it might be a possible way for you to look at this subject from a different perspective, right?
Mm.
Like the changing hats, yes, during the summer, yes, we are changing hats. Ladies, yes, or I mean girls or boys, right? Changing hats, right? So the same with this ascension tools, yes, with the spirituality, we are label, that's the word. We can change hearts, right? I was very much sure like a year ago, right? I was very much sure that Arcturianus will leave me in a few months, yes, and he stayed, right? Surprise, surprise, yes. Then I was sure that I will be channeling only for star seeds. I was very much focused, yes, star seeds, yes, ascension, new earth. It was my focus, yes, and for me, life is not only what I learn. Life is not only living the past or doing the shadow work or the onion, yes, which we do every day. I do it every day, yes, consciously or subconsciously. But life is, as Bashar said, it is you. There is nothing in between you and the life, you and the future, you and the past. Whatever you are choosing, you are this, right? And it was scary for me, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get drunk, yes, and get a party, yes, whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's a self-realization, right? And
And
also being in
with
service, yes.
it is, and those changes that you are talking about, this self-realization, and knowledge about yourself, and
Yeah.
the power to do the change of heart, because it is perception on how you are receiving information and how you would like to prefer to look upon something that is taking place. That is why I love this quantum healing, because you're
Yeah.
using this cognitive almost like cognitive therapy, but what's therapy and what's healing, etc., but they are very close together, because you are actually taking something, looking upon it and say, does it work for me? And if the answer is yes, then you keep it. If it's no, then how can I change it? So you still have this ball of disturbance energy, but instead of being here saying, oh, it's bad, you're saying, no, I don't want to react to that. So I'm changing my reaction and looking from it from this point of view instead. And when I do that, I got another experience. I can choose how I want to react to this energy, which means that this bundle of energy that's taking place in my life and gives me trigger points is slowly fading away and is no longer a problem in my life. So therefore, I have changed the outcome of my own reality, and that is a way of manifesting, because that is what comes from doing your work with yourself, and that is also a how you see on the reality. Does it work for you? Do you want to manifest something? Then you need to change the perspective on how to receive that energy. And that is what we are going to talk about now.
Okay.
Okay.
How? How are we
How?
gonna talk about it?
Well, I've laid a foundation here.
You like the foundation here.
No,
Yeah.
but manifestation is a very important question, because sometimes we a lot of people talking about manifestation in this time right now, and how to change chase goals in our lives, how to change our lives. And, you know, there is a threshold somewhere that we in the spiritual community, like, oh, if you aren't here, you haven't done your homework, you haven't manifest properly, maybe you not have reached the level of energy so you can, you know, live in abundance. But that is not exactly how it works either. It's a bit on the way, definitely, and but there's a lot of other components too that brings all this together.
Yes.
Do we even want to
Thank you,
touch
Eva.
this, or
Yes,
should
Eva.
we?
I mean, you changed my universe. Okay, you changed my universe. Maybe we don't want to ask question. What is abundance?
Yeah,
Okay, what is abundance?
that's a good question.
Yes. Someone says if it's coming from the fearful, or if it's not coming from the heart, you can't manifest. And it's the abundance on itself. Yes, if you believe that, or if you are in this constant worry, I have to manifest, yes, or I'm not manifesting, something is wrong with me, something is not going on the right direction as I want to, yes, because someone says something. Obviously I'm not on my path, obviously I'm in the wrong direction, or I'm the worst, I'm not vibrating high enough.
Yeah, and to me that is a rabbit
And it's
hole.
like,
yeah, definitely, because someone else is when we buy into those feelings, we are buying someone else reality. So I think it's a proper question you just asked. What is abundance? What does it mean for you? Does it necessarily have to be everything? Because another thing, when now that you were starting to talk, I got this picture, you know, I have been seeing a couple of posts or sponsored, you know, sponsored posts on Facebook or other places where it's like manifesting the abundance, and you are living this, you know, and don't get me wrong, I don't think money is bad at all. I adore money. I love money. Money is good as long as you use it as that it works for someone, that you don't hurt, because that is for me the essential thing. You shouldn't hurt. When you're hurting someone else on your path to get what you want intentionally, that is not the right path. So, but if you're using things on the right path, and someone is disturbed by you getting there, then it's their problem. If I use the energy to step on those people to get there, then it's my problem. So there are different levels of understanding there too. But I started like, if everybody is going, you know, be living in totally, because when we're talking about abundance, a lot of people see money. Money, they say, and in the end time they see castles, yachts, and you know, Gucci clothes or whatever, and people who serves them. And then I would like to change the perspective and say, and what is the abundance for those who are serving? Because we have different roles in this life, and we need to start to look upon how we are all interacting with each other in this abundance, because there will always be a service of aid, service of assistance, service of teaching, service of creation. And you can't just have one of those. You need to have this whole experience of different abundance to be the universal. I should have started to laugh. But isn't that how things work? You need to work together.
Someone says, I don't remember who was it. Someone says very recently that if you cannot find abundance in your life, go and find a purpose.
Yeah.
Go and find purpose in serving, in being in service, at service. Like you can go to the hospital, for example, right, to be in service. I'm talking like do the voluntary work, right? The hospital or the children hospital or in your area, right? Or you can do it online, right? Whatever inspire you, right? And if you think about it, it is abundance. It is abundance of wealth. Why? Because you are going from the abundant place. I have enough abundance in myself, right, to share this unlimited field of abundance with future self, like those who are meeting, they are future you.
Yeah.
Yes. So shift of perspective, shift of the purpose, right? I'm not serving because it's my mission or my calling. I am abundant. Yes, I'm feeling abundant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
It's not from the mind, it's not from the heart. Yes, don't get attached to this. I have to be in my heart to manifest. I don't want to swear, yes, but it is you. You are the light being, yes. So there is, as a light being, you don't see heart separately, you don't see mind separately, you don't see this body separately as the light being. You see your holiness and the unlimited. Eva just gave me such a wonderful, I mean, profound idea. What can I do with my paintings? And that's the unlimited abundance which I received from Eva before we start this conversation. Yes, today. That's I'm so grateful for it. Yes. So, what is the abundance for you?
Yeah. And once again, so this is energy and how we are as individuals looking upon these energies of creation, because it is creation somewhere in this. But I also want to say that I do think there was Crystalline Bell who said that manifestation is you visualize it in your mind and you desire it within your heart. And I totally agree with her. I totally agree, because I think that is the most logical way to explain it on our earthly plane, because we do need to use our logic here too, because there's sometimes very difficulty to embrace the energetical energy if we can't explain it. We are, as humans, we need to explain everything and try to find some kind of logic, and you can't explain what's happening on the other side in a logic way, but this is the most logical way to explain it.
Yes.
So visualize it in your head and feel it, the desire within your heart, and when you combine those two, you have the foundation of manifestation. So I applaud that. And that is somewhere what we are saying. If you are lifting the veil and going up in another dimension now, Alexandra, if you are looking upon it from a higher perspective, there is definitely not a separate mind and heart. There is another energy field that is combined, mind and heart in one, and it's not even placed in the physical body, it's placed outside. So it goes through dimensions all the times, because the energy is there, and we are just trying to find the physical words in our world here to explain how we see it.
Yesterday what came to me was quote, yes, life beyond the body, right?
Oh yeah, life beyond the body. That's a good one.
I'm gonna talk about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow at the workshop. Arturianus channeling manifestation. It came to me. Yesterday after the channeling from Arturianus to do the workshop on manifestation. So if anyone is interested, you are very welcome to join us. Yes. So the life beyond the body. Yes. We can manifest. Okay, we can manifest, and I love this idea. Yes, because I was doing my love board. Yes, and I love the pictures because it's really help. It helps you to focus on the energy which you wish, which you want, right? It helps you
Yes.
truly, guys. Yes, it's not the dream world, but you focusing the energy what you wish to have, right? It helps your mind to focus, right? I like to listen to the songs like Jamaica song, the samba lately, yes, because I want to go for holidays. Why? Because my body get used to this rhythm, yes, of a holiday. So that's my way of doing it. For example, in the snow, right? But
And there's also another saying, where the intention goes, the energy will flows. So and that
the
is
energy
also,
goes here, yes,
yeah,
yes, and
it
then
also is
boom.
truth. Yeah.
Yes, and then it's the boom. Yes, but life beyond the body. Why? Because we are what Arturiano says yesterday, what I'm learning is what he says yesterday, that we focus very much what I can do, what I have to do, what I must do to achieve my goal. Yes, to achieve
Mass
the
is a
abundance.
big no
Yes,
no.
like you, and then you're doing this. Yes, plan. Yes,
Yeah.
I do this, and I achieve this. You might,
Mm.
you might,
Mm.
yes, you might, but there is something, this unlimited abundance, yes. If you have this goal, yes, and then you have the way this, or the way this way, right? But you are working on it, yes, unconsciously, and allowing the third part, the invisible part, participate in your creation, right? It's different name though. It's not a creation, it's a different name. Yes, I will talk about it tomorrow. But so being aware, simply being aware, yes, that I am the universe is in me, yes, but also everything around, yes, is a part of this creation.
Mm.
So if you think about it logically, let the universe, yes, not only show you in this way that every person who will be involved in this creation of yours should or might benefit out of it as well, right?
Yeah. It should be on the path, and then that is another important topic that you are putting up there. Oh, I love this, where this conversation is going, because every awareness is a thought, and every thought is the foundation of creation. So when you start to spin your mind around something you want to achieve, you are starting to put out some invisible ground building foundation for that to manifest. So that thought is already taking place there, starting to work itself and to manifest into the reality. And then in this process, instead of keeping the thought of what I want to achieve or where I want to go with myself or what it is that I want to accomplish, then I start to add, the thought form is started to build itself into reality. Okay, so it's living in its own life. I'm feeding the energy of what I want to accomplish or achieve. And somewhere when this thought form is going and down here, I said, no, wait a minute, I want to have this too. So that thought form is start to work from there, trying to catch up. And then I said, no, but I want to have this too. So, and then suddenly you have a lot of thought forms that may not longer be compatible with each other, because when I start to address that I want to have a specific person within this thought form, it
It's the
might
easiest
not,
way.
yeah, it's might not be in that person's path to align with you. So, and then you have accomplish it into something that we drop that. But manifestation, definitely. Oh, I love this topic. So you are going to have a workshop about that tomorrow?
Tomorrow is the workshop.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
it's the intuition. Yes, the intuition says the channeling. Yes, the Arcturianus. During the channeling, I received this guidance, manifestation, Q&A, channeled message, Arcturianus. Yes. So this morning, like, okay, I was very present, and I did a completely different. That is like from the completely different angle. Yes, it was like, oh, yes, oh, and I love it. Yes, and I posted, and can I say that the universe is the conscious mind,
Oh,
conscious
definitely.
mind, right? The conscious mind, yes, and whatever is happening for the reason, right?
Yeah.
And as we were talking before, the manifestation abundance is very, very much present in this now moments, yes, on earth, yes. But if you want to broaden the subject, manifestation on the global scale, and that's what I want to do more recently, yes, not in the future, but now, manifestation for. I'm not talking about the meditation for a better future or anything like this. Yes, because every person is responsible for itself, right? But if we can, and that's what I really want to, maybe you can help me, Eva, with that, because it's just a thought pattern, right? Yes, at the moment, yes. I didn't have time to think about it much. But I really want to do something like, it's not a manifestation, it's not the meditation, right? But to support each other, yes, in the energy of abundance, right? I don't know if it's going to be a group session or global manifestation in the virtual reality. I didn't put my head on it yet, but I really want to do that. And it does.
Yeah, definitely.
I really want to do that with Arcturians,
I think it's a perfect timing for everything, and now is definitely the right time for doing something like that. Definitely. Just go with it.
Extraterrestrials.
Mm.
As I was talking with our friend yesterday, yes, it came that people are still afraid of extraterrestrials.
Yeah.
I know what we are changing this. I'm sorry, yes, but just came suddenly, Eva. Yes. Just okay, switching, yes. It is the manifestation as well, right? It is the unlimited abundance, right? For me, at the moment, it's the unlimited abundance to extraterrestrials, right? It is the frequency of manifestation as well, right? As we started from Bashar. Bashar is talking about the first contact. Cryon is talking. I don't know if you know. I don't know, guys, if you know. Cryon is talking about get ready for the first contact. Yes, in like a 2-3 years time. Yes, it's not gonna be an invasion, but something's gonna happen, right? So I just want to support maybe this thought that we are not alone on earth, that
Yeah.
we welcome our brothers, our sisters, yes, extraterrestrials, Syrians, Arcturians on earth, yes.
Yeah. And it's definitely alignment, because it's something else. We were talking for a couple of weeks ago about the pyramids. They have, or once again, they are doing these shows on TV. So that's where we started to talk about it. And more and more scientists or the spiritual communities that are involved in this, talk about the pyramids and the assignment of the pyramids, etc., are more and more leaning into it. Might, in our search of going to Mars, we are starting to more realize that we are
here.
we are descending, not incarnations, but descended offsprings from a extraterrestrial being that has moved from their habitat, and landed upon Earth and seeded Earth, and that is something that is aligned with the spiritual community about the seeders, the foundation of Earth, etc. So they are supporting each other theoretically, not but is theoretically they are supporting each other, these philosophies. And definitely, and another thing we did I don't know if you remember this, but it's almost a year ago, Alexandra, we were talking about the Arcturians. We started to talk about the Arcturians and extraterrestrial. I don't know if you remember that. No, it's still up on my YouTube channel. I think it's on your YouTube channel too. We were talking about it, but that is definitely something that we are going to talk more and more about, because people are not visualizing, but they are visual seeing things more and more, and it's getting more out there in the mainstream for everybody to take part of. So definitely, in the near future, a extraterrestrial is going to be here on the screen saying "Nanu, Nanu." No, that's not Morgan Mining. Nanu, Nanu, or something. Yeah. So I love the concept.
Welcome on the show, Eva. Welcome on the show. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to rip off our physical costume and show our real faces.
I think we don't have to. I mean, in our DNA is everything, right? Yesterday I received massive download, yes, from let's say star family, okay? Like star family, right? Aligning, yes, with this new possible outcome of the interstellar journey in my DNA, in my body, right? I talk about it in the video. I'm gonna post it today or tomorrow, about my experience, that experience, like once for a while. Yes, I'm going through the death experience. Yes, but it happened. I strongly believe that it happens not only for myself, that we are experiencing the stop breathing for a moment. I don't know if maybe you have noticed that we are not even aware that we are not breathing.
Oh yes.
Yes, we are going like a. Did I forgot breathing or something?
People are holding them. Yeah.
Have you noticed? Yes.
Yeah, and we have been talking about this for a couple of years now, Alexandra. Concentrate on the breathing, deep breathing, breathe in and out. And the ironic part is that then the pandemic that hit us just took the breath away, literally, because so we have been talking about this, you need to breathe, you need to focus on your breath, and because that is life supporter, and it's not just the physical life for your body, it's embracing so many things. And we are still in this people literally get these nauseous and feel dizziness, and because they stop breathing, they are holding the breath, and then they get, I feel dizzy, like I'm going to fall down, and you just want to say, take a deep breath, breathe in. And that's so easy to say, because I do just the same thing sometimes. I do realize, and have been experiencing actually lately, that I have noticed within my own breathing, and do remember that I do meditate and I focus on breathing, and I'm telling you and everybody else, listen to your own breath and breathe in and keep the air here. And then I realized I'm holding my breath.
Yes.
What the?
Yes, it's happening to me, and I don't have explanation, but it happens to me, and I believe it's happening to the global scale. Yes, and that's the DNA awakening itself. We need the time for ourselves, and it is the time. Yes, May, beginning of June. It's the time for being for who we are, and we are multidimensional, yes, but we are light beings on earth, yes, and even constantly thinking about it. I am light being, I am light being, I am light being. It helps your light family help you, right, to remember that you are yourself, that you are the DNA, right, which we are clearing, and the chromosomes, which are something missing in the science. Yes, the second, I would say, the second chromosome, which will be presented very, very soon to the world, right? The quantum living. I always say, live quantum, yes, live quantum. And that's the quantum living, yes, that you are aware of it, yes. So as we are talking about the channeling, you are the channel. You are the channel of love. You are the channel of yourself, yes. But recalibration, yes, to the new frequency is daily. Now it's daily. It's not for once a week. Sometimes I see the post, I'm gonna do the upgrade for you, yes, or join me for new activation. I used to do it, yes, guilty. I used to do it, but after a while I realized it's not working. That's what I want to do. I don't want to empower people, not dispower people, yes. So as Eva said, you are like light being. Connect with yourself, yes. Ask your one guide. I keep saying it. One guide, yes. One guide who you truly trust, yes. Yes. One guide who you truly trust. Ask this guide for the activation up to the moment, not even the date, up to the moment. That's how fast we are progressing in our human consciousness. It's all about the consciousness, like very, very much about the consciousness. And the mental, seriously, sometimes we can question our sanity. Yes, am I going insane? Am I crazy, or is it really happening? Like what happens to me? Like, long story, but beyond the belief, you are light being, right? You are responsible for yourself. That's what I can share with you. With Bashar, this message which he gave to me a few weeks ago. It is truly you in your DNA awakening yourself to this present moment, right? So there's no blame game any longer. You are manifesting yourself.
And I think that we are going to use that as a end phrase for this awakening call that we had today. Yeah.
I like you guys, and I love you guys, and I really respect you. So please be my friend still. Joking, yes, but I love you. Thank you.
Yeah, we love our chat too, because they are so full of richness.
Yeah,
that's the lack of of not being having the English language for the first language, because then we are choosing words as a metaphor. But we can have this conversation in Swedish, and we will see how you think
or
about
in Polish. Yes, I would
yeah, or in
love to have
Polish.
in Polish.
Yeah.
Polish Swedish is gonna be whoa
So
fun
yeah,
night.
we have to listen in, but these are so valuable, these conversations that we are having. So I thank you.
Thank you
It's
so very
so
much.
fun. I love this moment.
Thank you.
So we are going to say thank you to you too for tuning in and listen to our channeled messages that has come
To all
from
Arcturians out there,
Arcturians out there.
see you soon.
See you soon, and to everybody else too, of course.
Yes.
Everybody else. So keep yeah, I love that symbol. It's so beautiful. Keep an eye open, because we will be back with another talk. I have no clue yet, but I guess that Alexandra has addressed the topic here: extraterrestrial.
I didn't want to say it loud. Yes.
Yeah,
It's gonna be epic. Yes,
it's
epic.
going. Yeah, epic in our world. Well, yeah. So thank you everyone for tuning in to us, and stay tuned. Maybe in 2 weeks we will be back, or earlier. Who knows? We will see what will happen. Yeah. So thank you, and thank you, Alexandra,
Thank you very much.
and thank you everyone else. Love you. Bye.